Yeah, we love that. We like that a lot. We liked it. So I gotta look into. All right, let's get it cracking, and hopefully my fucking camera doesn't stop recording, and hopefully Luna, I can leave her out. Otherwise, you're gonna hear her in the background, and I am just so sorry for that. All right, so let's kind of get in. I feel like I don't ever plan this, and these are like off the top of my head. Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Single on the Rocks. I am your host, Locastillo, where we talk all things sex, dating, modern living, Martha Stewart, capsule. What the fuck am I even talking about? What am I even talking about? I don't know. We mix a drink. It's mix a drink with a wit. I don't know. Like, we're just out here trying to be independent women in this modern dating life era. I'm going to work on the intro. I feel like I always just like go off the flow. You know what I mean? It's like always just on a whim. Anyways, welcome back to another episode where we talk all things about life and being fucking single in this crazy ass fucking world. Anyways, cheers. I am solo this time. No Silent Alan, no guest. This is another episode of me being solo, and also the two-parter of my questions. I actually needed to go back and find them, and for some reason I couldn't find. I know there was like at least 3 or 4 more, and I found 2. So I'm gonna just answer the 2, but I also welcome to December. Hi, December came out of nowhere. I hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving. I just spent Thanksgiving with my family, and then I was actually editing the whole day, Thanksgiving Day, which I don't know if anybody stayed up, probably not, but I usually upload Thursdays at 11:59. I did not upload until Friday around, I think it was close to 3 a.m. Yeah, your girl was working all the way from 2 p.m. Thursday on Thanksgiving to like 3 a.m. Once I posted that thing, I went straight to bed, and when I tell you I went to bed, I went to bed. I was tired, but you know what? That's my fault because I waited to the very last minute to edit. I just kept like putting it off. I was like, no, it's going to be like so good. Like, I'm not going to have to really do a whole lot of editing. And I didn't have to do a whole lot of editing because like we talked about a lot. I actually kind of cut out a little bit because I was just like, I don't want to keep this. I don't want this podcast to be like super long but it was actually pretty entertaining. So, spoiler alert, we are going to do a Christmas edition episode. So we are going to have like a girls thing, and it's going to be Christmas theme, and we are just going to have another hoot. We are just going to have another hoot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am really excited about that. Jess and Annette had a really good time. I had a really good time. I mean, you guys saw. I had a really good time. But yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to film like a Christmas edition girls night out thing. And yeah, it's going to be a really good time. And we are also doing like an ugly sweater bar hop thing in Dallas. So we've invited a few of our friends, and we're all going to wear ugly sweaters. I don't know. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people do it, but I was just like, I want to do it. You know, I became one of those. I became one of those people. And no regrets. I have no regrets. No regrets over here. Okay. Cheers. I am drinking a little sangria. I'm trying to cut down on drinking. I've noticed I've been drinking a lot. Not like super excessive, but just like I haven't been working out, so I like need to just like kind of like slow down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And but I am drinking sangria. I do feel like it's light. I feel like it's a nice little appetizer drink. Does that make sense? Like I'm not drinking like anything hard. I don't think Jack Daniels is hard either. I don't think Jack Daniels is a hard, like Blue Label's hard. Like I don't know, like heavy brown liquor is hot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Jack Daniels is hard. I don't think, like, I forgive me for my hair. Like, I literally almost moved the whole set to the living room, back to the living room, because I kind of just wanted to be on my couch. But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to move all the lights. I'm gonna have to move all the equipment. Like, just fucking sit. And my chairs are not bad. They're pretty comfy. So, yeah, here I am. Single on the rocks with my son. Well, anyways, welcome to December. Rent's due, and I hope you were able to pay your rent. I did. I cried a little bit. But you know, and we get another month of living here. So I'm grateful for that. So I hope you were able to make your rent. If you're not, you will be able to soon. Many blessings to you, and say your affirmations, girl, because girls and boys. I'll say girls and boys because I do have boys that watch my podcast. I love that. Hey babes. I love that. But yeah, so today's episode, let's go ahead and jump into it. I really don't have anything. I do have a little bit of something prepared, but I like being very like professional, authentic. Is that even a word? Like, where it's like kind of always on the fly, but yet it's like professional, but not professional. Like, it's very unorganized. It's organized to me. So I'm a Virgo. It's organized to me. It might be not organized to you, but that's okay. We don't want it to be organized to you because it's our way. It's our way. We like it things our way. And it's like a chaotic organization thing in our head that we have. And that's just the way that we like it. So I forgot what I was even talking about. But yes. Oh, yes. So, the month of December, I decided I wanted to do a series, and I have been asked quite a bit, probably over a handful of times or more than a handful of times, but and this is why it stuck out to me to do this episode was because I've been asked, like, one, where did you get your confidence from? Two, how did you let go when you and your ex, went through y'all's divorce? So I'm not sure if I really have told my channel, because I know I think I still have some videos on my YouTube channel of me and my ex and our kids. But I don't think I've actually even have gone on social media and have actually said I'm divorced, or I know I was originally on a podcast and I talked about it a little bit, but I really don't, and I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot here. At least I'm not comfortable enough to talk about it here yet, because I want to create a safe space as well as a comedic space, if that even kind of makes sense. Like, it's a very, read the room type of thing. I want this to be, I'm all for the laughs, and I love the girl talk and everything like that. But I also want it to be a very safe space for some topics that I do feel like I feel like this is kind of therapy for me selfishly. Because I've always been fascinated with, creating memories and then uploading them and sharing them with people, but also being able to go back and look at the moments that one day I might not be in that same situation. I can go back and kind of just reminisce, where I was at that time. So, in a long story short, I was married for 7 years, and we built a beautiful life together, and it just didn't work. We I feel like we outgrew each other, and we are very amicable. The divorce was very amicable, and luckily, it wasn't easy at first, and it wasn't easy at first, but when you have a really good support system with of friends and family, I got so fucking dark so quick. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I got so serious in like probably the first fucking 5 minutes of this episode. I'm so sorry, guys. But I'll be real brief about it. And if you guys want me to kind of go into it, if y'all have questions about it on how whatever I talk about, if y'all, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll link everything down below or write it in the comments. I don't have a problem with speaking about it. I just I want to create this safe space that I know that I'm able to talk about it and almost like not feel judged, but in a way of just I want to build a safe community, if that makes sense. So I want to make sure that it's safe before I come on here and I'm like super fucking vulnerable, because I love expressing my feelings to certain people, but this is like people I don't know, right? You open yourself to criticism, you open yourself up to, people having an opinion on your life because you're putting your business out there. So I feel like that time will come, just not now. But like I said, I was divorced. Like I got divorced, and I really it was a really bad time for me. And a lot of people didn't realize that it was a really bad time for me, but that's okay, because you grow from it. Because that saying is true. Your trauma, you find the humor in your trauma, or you gain humor being from all your traumas and stuff like that. That is an absolute fact. I feel like I've gained a lot of my humor and my comedic style. I'm not a comedic, but you know what I mean? My sense of humor, I guess you should say, through that. So, but yeah, man, that got really dark really quick. Here is Silent Alan when you need him. So let's get into the building confidence as a woman episode. Okay. But okay, hold on. Go back. The reason why I'm telling you this story was because I was looking through my files, and I came across a file I saved, and it said a love letter to myself. This is where this is why I brought it up, because the confidence that I have now, I was not born with it. You're not born with confidence. Confidence is built, okay? Through experiences, through, situations that you have found yourself in and you've grown from them, or people have taught you these lessons. It could be from family, from friends, from relationships, anything, confidence is built. It's not, you're not born with it. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, I was born to be confident. Yeah, you can have that confidence for sure. But it's usually, somebody is hyping you up to make you feel that confident, or, whatever. But hey, to each its own. If you think that you were born with it, cool. But for me, and I guess I should probably put a little disclaimer. All these are my opinions based off of my experiences, based off of how I found myself, and how I gained the confidence to be able to just be like my authentic self. And I still feel like I'm on that road of being authentically me, I do. I feel like it is definitely one of those things that takes time to build. And I definitely think that it's one of those things that when you gain that confidence, it's always okay to almost like pass it forward, to the next woman or the next girl you feel is struggling with that. And I think we do that with a lot of like our friends that go through things. We like to, share that our confidence with them if we are experiencing that. But that's what I want to talk about. I do want to do a series in December based on building confidence as a woman, because it's so important as a woman, no matter what age you are. I really do think that confidence should be built at a very young age. there's a difference between confidence and cockiness and, and arrogancy and stuff like that. Confidence is also knowing when to be humble, right? And for me, I felt like I grew up and I was like, I was very naive. I was a very naive girl, and I was very insecure with me. And, I just did not know how to be like a secure girl, because I was just like, does he like me, or did I do good? Are they lying to me? I just had so much anxiety as a kid that I didn't even know that that's what it was. You know what I mean? So now, going through what I went through and being in my 30s, I can't even see my mid. Are they mid 30s? Am I in my mid 30s? I don't know. I don't even want to say my age anymore. No, I honestly, I'm proud of my age. I love my age. I feel like when you hit your 30s, it's like it's in a whole nother ball game. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a confidence that you didn't know you had. You were just like, it was like that piece of those 20s, like you shed that skin. And then now you're just like, shit, I'm on my shit right now. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. It's like you're aging like fine wine, at least for me and some of my friends. I don't know. I feel a little cocky right now. I feel a little cocky right now. All right, ladies and gents, let's dive in. We are in 2024, about to be in 2025. Being single in today's age is not a curse. It is a choice. We've got apps, we've got all sorts of technology, but for some reason, we still feel like we need a validation from people, men, women, whatever the case may be. But Mama Lo is here to help guide you and give you maybe some empowerment. All right, so Mama Lo is going to serve up a lesson for you on how to build confidence. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the first one. That is the need to feel validation. Okay, let's get into why some people feel like validation is what brings them confidence. We have social media, we have apps, we have dating apps, we have forums, we have chat rooms, we have everything, right? You're waiting for somebody else to make you feel completed. You might as well go finish a puzzle because you'll probably, at least that one has clear instructions on where the pieces go. Confidence isn't about someone seeing your worth. It's about you seeing your worth first and foremost. Okay. You are what you attract. So if you are not a confident person, then you need to find something that's going to make you feel that confidence. If it's going to the gym, go to the gym for you, not for somebody else. If it's getting dressed up, if it's doing your makeup, doing your hair, putting on a nice outfit, who gives a fuck where you're going? Do that for you and not for anybody else. When you are content with just doing it for you and you're like, you know what? I am actually pretty good by myself. Like I'm happy by myself and I enjoy my own company. That's when you know that you have secured your own self, that you can actually go out and have a good time by yourself. Like you either just like take yourself to the movie, take yourself on a coffee date, like dinner date, whatever it is. Like it's hard. I mean, it is hard to not want to be around other people because you have created that life for yourself, like that, almost like that dependency to be around other people. But just find it within you, but you have to want it. And when somebody starts trying to dim your light because maybe you're shining just a little bit too bright, that should signal some alarms. Like that should signal some red flags. And you never want to go where someone's trying to dim your light. You never want to go into that room where someone is trying to make you feel little. Nobody should ever make you feel little. I always feel like, but I do feel like some men, when they are around a confident woman, that they are intimidated by or threatened by, or I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like sometimes they want to humble us for whatever reason. I'm not really sure. Um, and we have to know when to be like, is this even worth fighting? Like, is this worth arguing with somebody who is not even on the same level as me, confidence wise, maturity wise? Because why is a man trying to humble me? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why is anybody? And that goes like, if even if it's a woman, women can be savages to other women. You know what I mean? They can be just as bad as men. And I feel like, pick your battles. Not everybody is worth your energy and your breath. So don't ever feel like you're not good enough, because you are good enough. Period. Like, if you, whatever you believe in it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, let me say this with, never want to hurt somebody. Being confident and being cocky and thinking you're better than somebody else, that's not the same thing, okay? Thinking that you're better than somebody else, that is just arrogancy. That is just idiocracy. That is just some shit that absolutely not. Like, get on with it. But being confident as a woman, especially in today's age, you know, we are out here fighting for positions that men have. Our like feminism has gone to certain lengths that have never been reached before. So when somebody says like, calls me masculine or feminine, I'm okay with that. That is a compliment, because that just shows that I'm not to be fucked with. That I am just not going to let any man come and think he's going to get the feminine side of me. And I'd rather be masculine all day long than be feminine and sweet to everybody who thinks that they're about to take advantage of me. It's just not going to happen. And I've let it happen. And that's the thing. That's where the experiences come into play. When stuff like that happens in your life and you go through those things, those are called lessons, okay? And so you go through that, and I went through plenty of that. And it's okay you have to go through that. You have to go through those fuck ups. Like, you have to make mistakes. You're gonna be, you're gonna love somebody that's not gonna love you back, more than likely. Like, it's probably 99% of, I mean, I don't know. I'm just making up statistics, but it's always like that 1% where they found their true love in fucking kindergarten. It was next door and the fucking dad's a pastor. I don't know, but you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, we're meant to be together. I lost my virginity to him, and whatever. And then there's the girls that meet somebody and they don't treat them right, and they have kids with them, and it's like the worst fucking relationship they've ever been in, and it's the only relationship they've ever been in, and that's where all their experience is coming from. But that doesn't mean you grow as a person. So this is where I feel like when I got into my late 20s, 30s, is when I finally was like blossoming as a woman. Like, a lot of people say, like, you should already know who you are as a woman. Okay, you have to understand. Yes, yeah, sure. Okay. In normalcy, in a perfect world, or someone that didn't grow up as fast as I did. I grew up pretty quick. I was, I had my son at 17, had my other son at 18, and I was in a very, an abusive relationship, and verbally, physically, emotionally, mentally, I mean, all of it. And it was one of those things where I had to develop a fight or flight mentality, and I've never left that mentality. Till this day, it's always a fight or flight. And so what I've learned from that, experience is a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trauma that comes with stuff like that. And when you grow from it, it either eats you up, or you build a sense of a wall. That's good and bad because you're protecting yourself, but you're also, not to be fucked with so easily. You're not going to allow somebody to take advantage of you again in that way. I didn't have a lot of relationship experience. I mean, I had boyfriends and stuff like that, but serious, like on a serious level, I didn't really have those types of relationships. But I did have experiences with men, with guys who just wanted to talk to me because I was a pretty girl or whatever. And that's kind of, what it was. And I learned that, I don't know. I've always been told I've been self-aware. When I was in therapy, my therapist told me, he was like, you're very self-aware for somebody who's never been in therapy. And I was like, well, I have been in therapy. So we took it back all the way to like my childhood and stuff like that. And, we're going to get too deep into that. But what I'm trying to get at is, like I said, confidence is, you're not born with confidence. Confidence is built. And so for me, I know that I'm going to walk in a room and I'm going to demand the respect, and not in a way of like, respect me. It's like, you walk in the room with your head high, and you're owning your space. You own your space. And when I was in those abusive relationships or relationship, it took away my power. And so I had to learn how to gain that power back. And then, when I got a boyfriend, my power was taken because I was allowing it, because I wasn't learning from experiences. And then finally, in my 30s, after I got divorced, I do feel like it's just like almost all of it just like clicked. It almost just all clicked because I was like, oh my God, I am valued. Like, I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be valued, and I deserve to be treated right because I treat these people so well. And what the actual fuck? Again, the confidence you will build for yourself, you have to believe it. You have to know your value. You have to know that nobody can take that away from you, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what anybody has ever told you. You just own it. If you are secure with yourself, own it, and walk with a purpose. If going to the gym and posting gym selfies makes you just like set it off then, girl, set it off then. If going and putting on a new outfit or going shopping or getting that iced coffee once a day, just like it does something to you, girl, do it. Because I am all for with making yourself feel good. If you want to, on Friday nights, take yourself to dinner or take yourself to on a date, you don't need somebody to do that for you, to make you feel needed or wanted. Want yourself, need yourself. You know what I mean? And trust me, that energy will be you will attract the energy that you put out. Because I truly believe when you are exuding like a sort of glow and aura, like the people just like, they're almost like they're like not gnats, what are they called, moths, like they're just like attract the light, like those bugs that just come, those June bugs or whatever they're called, I don't even know. But you're going to attract them, and you just have to decipher through the pile of people that you're attracting who are true and who are not, because there's going to be some bad apples in there. There's going to be some people that are attracted to your light but then become jealous of it. Celebrate your wins, big or small. So if you learned a new language, which that's pretty big because I've been trying to learn a new language for years, and if you learn it and you nail it, or you're studying for school, or you got a new position, or you earned that fucking bonus at work that had a deadline, celebrate it. Celebrate it. You know what I mean? And you don't, I think kind of the message behind all of this is learn how to make yourself happy before you make anybody else happy. Because that was my issue. I was making everybody else happy around me because I was such a people pleaser that I was putting myself last. So I became like miserable because I was like, yeah, everybody's happy. I'm so happy. And then it's like, and then there's me. Like, what did I do? Because I just helped everybody achieve these goals. Like, well, what about my goals? You know what I mean? And so I'm perfectly fine with being like, no, I'm being selfish today. No, I don't want to. Sorry. I have developed the word no. I have developed the word no, and I will tell you no. I'm sorry. I don't want to come to your, sister-in-law's baby showers, goddaughters, whatever. I don't want to go. Also, stop comparing. Don't compare yourself to other people. I know social media is it's really hard to not compare yourself to other people. I know for a fact. I had to really stop comparing myself to other people, whether it be careers, whether it be like where they're at in life, whether it be fitness or, whatever they had going on in their life. It's really hard to not compare yourself. But, and as women, we do that all the time. But it's not healthy. It's fine to find that inspiration, that motivation from somebody else who is doing it for themselves, but don't compare where you're at. There are so many people, so many business people that have started so late in their life to become successful. So whether it be success, whether it be just marriage, whatever, and marriage doesn't define you, okay? Who cares? I know some people, like, that's their dream. And what I normally say to people who are just like, I don't think I'm ever going to get married and, whatever, and they ask me, do you think you'll ever get married again? I mean, right now, no. I don't have any urge to be married or an urge to fast track my life because I'm in my late 30s and I should be married and whatever. I'm literally starting all over again. From my marriage, you literally start all over again. I have started over so many times in my life that it's okay. Like, it is okay. It's scary to some people who have never had to do it before, but it is okay. I promise you, once you get over that speed bump, you're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. And then you are going to be so happy that you're through it and you can actually move on with your life and start fresh and new. On to that. Cheers. So I kind of wrote down some notes. And that's why I'm like looking over here because I'm like reading off my notes and because I want to make sure that I hit everything. So yeah, basically closing thoughts. Let's go ahead and finish it out. And then we'll get into those questions and we'll talk about that. Wear your confidence like a crown. Don't let anybody define your confidence. If your girlfriend cheated on you, if your husband cheated on you, or your partner cheated on you, don't get into that hole of like, it was my fault. It's not your fault. Everybody has a choice. Everybody made a choice. They made a choice when they decided to step out of the relationship. And if you didn't get the position or your jeans from 5 months ago no longer fit you anymore, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay that you didn't get the position. It wasn't meant for you, not this time or not at this company. So it's one door closes, another window opens. There's always a rhyme and a reason for why things happen. And if those jeans don't fit you anymore, that's okay, babe. That's basically just saying either you are living your best life and going to every single brunch with your girls, or you are, just extremely busy with life and enjoying it, or, or you could just like not want to work out, and that's okay. Do what makes you happy. If you don't want to work out, don't work out, babe. If you want to work out once a month, then buy a class pass and go to a workout once a month. I just feel like everybody feels like they have to be like at a certain look. They have to look a certain way. They have to, do their hair a certain way, their makeup a certain way to feel accepted. And you don't need to feel accepted. Just accept yourself. And that's all. That's all that matters. Like, trust me, there are people in this world that you wouldn't think would have or be married or have a significant other, and they do. Trust me. It is okay. You're gonna be all right. Stay true to you and don't let anybody try to dim that light, girl, because nobody can do it but you. So don't give anybody that power. Okay. So let's jump into my last segment. I could only find 2 of the questions. I don't know where the other ones went. I saved them on my phone. And I just have so many messages. I couldn't go back and find them. So if I happen to not say your question, please resend it. Because I would like to do one of those at least, once a month. So yeah, but I'll always like put like a poll up there for people. Okay, so let's get into these questions. Okay. I'm just gonna read it. It's been a while. I think this is like a 4-parter. Okay, so when Aunt Flo comes to visit, is the guy allowed an alternative when horny and or left to figure it out? Alternative meaning hand jobs, foot jobs, boob jobs, blow jobs. And then it says, obviously the guy has to understand when Aunt Flo comes to visit, sometimes it's just not pleasant and the woman doesn't want to do anything. Okay, it's not a 4-parter. It's just a add-on to it. Okay, so let me break this down. When a woman is on her period, I do feel like we are intensely more ready to go to Pound Town. And I do feel like, we're ready to climb that tree. Or we'll just take care of it on our own. It doesn't matter. But honestly, I feel like sometimes if a woman is on her period and say she does have a partner and she's comfortable with it, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it. There's nothing wrong with doing it if she's up for it, because periods suck, okay? And sometimes some months are worse than others. They're heavier. Our cramps are worse. It's more painful. We're just like, we feel fat, we feel bloated, because when we are starting to get our periods, we tend to binge. We tend to eat things that we regret later. So yeah, it's really going to depend on that. And I'm sorry, but sometimes like we're moody and we don't want to do anything. We don't want to tempt you, and sometimes we do. So it really just depends on your significant other. So if she's up for it, like, get at it, like, take advantage of it for sure. Okay, let me put you on game for a second. If she is not having a great period, I would baby her. Like, I would baby her. I would do everything for her. I would buy her favorite food, and then you are going to butter her up. And she probably will want to do it, whether she's in pain or not. She probably will, like, my man love me. He take care of me. And she might let you go to Pound Town. Okay, and then hand jobs, foot jobs, boob jobs, blow jobs. Okay. No. I don't know. I'm gonna be a little biased just because like when I know I'm on Anflow, I don't want to do nothing. Like sometimes I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do any of that because I don't feel good. It's probably a bad month, but again, that's just gonna be to each their own. And sometimes I do, and sometimes, but I don't know. Um, it's tricky with Ampflow because you don't know what bitch you're gonna get. You're gonna get nice flow or bad flow. Um, sometimes it's just not pleasant. Sometimes it's just not pleasant, and the woman doesn't want to do anything. Yeah, sometimes we're just not in the mood, and sometimes we are. So it just really depends. Like sometimes, like right before it comes is when we are like wanting to pounce on you, and then sometimes we don't. So it just really is going to depend on the woman, and it's just going to depend on the relationship, you know. But like I said, I think the best thing to do is really baby her. I love being babied. Like if you know, come bring me food and you just like are not at my beck and call, but you just like baby me. I'm just like, you know what? Thank you. And I'm like the sweetest can be. I feel like that's when I'm probably my most feminine. Okay. Where is this other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, just get with your partner. Just really communicate. Okay, and then this is the one that I was able to find. Okay. Have you ever regretted a toxic moment or not creating a toxic moment? Have you ever regretted a toxic moment or not creating a toxic moment? Yes. Have I ever regretted a toxic moment? Yeah, yes. I don't know. Did I regret that? No, probably not. And I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm not gonna put that on the internet. Or not creating a toxic moment. I was I feel like I was really non-confrontational when I was younger. I was more combative a little bit towards men, as I was getting older. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let me think about it. Yes, I do regret not creating a toxic moment, and it was because I think somebody was doing something really bad to me behind my back, and I just kind of left it alone. I just like distanced myself and I just left it alone. I didn't really address it because I just didn't want any more of that unnecessary drama. And but you know, I don't like being toxic. I feel like I'm giving somebody my energy that they don't deserve. Um, but that was a while ago. That was a really long time ago. So yeah, I definitely think I would have created a toxic moment then. But I don't even think it would have been like super toxic. I think I would have just been like, fuck you and fuck your mama type thing. Have I ever regretted a toxic moment? Probably not. Like it really it took a lot for me. It took a lot for me to get to that point, and it still does because I'm a very chill, very relaxed person. I really pick and choose my battles, especially now. Back then, if I was ever toxic, it was because you definitely deserved it. You definitely deserved it if I was ever toxic, because it's not in me to hurt somebody just to hurt somebody. And I didn't hurt anybody, but I mean like emotionally or mentally, anything like that. So yeah, if I was toxic to you, it was because you were probably doing something to me and you fucking force that shit out of me. So, and that's a good point to make, that you should never let somebody get you out of character. I feel like if somebody gets you out of character, that's the time to bounce. Like, you gotta go. You gotta go. When you allow somebody to get you out of character and allows you to make a fool of yourself, that is not the person for you. Okay? You should never get out of character. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for a lot of things, and sometimes you do need to get out of character. But you should be doing it for a very valid reason, okay? Whether it be your kids, your family, your loved ones that are, like, you fuck with me and my family, or me and somebody I love, baby, you won't get me out of character real fucking quick. All right, guys. Well, that was my episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I shared a little bit too much. I know we got a little dark. But that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes, I mean, we're going to have these conversations. Yeah, keep an eye out for the rest of the series. I think it's probably going to be like a three-part series. I don't know. We'll see. I did want to play a game, but it's just me. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great start to your first half of December. If you are not following, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also follow me on socials, and you can keep up with my funny memes there. I have a private page that's just for funny content only, but it's really like, I don't add everybody because it's private. It's private for a reason. Yeah, follow me on my socials. And thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye. That was so weird. What kind of bye was that? Bye. Alexa, play Mariah Carey. Alexa, play Mariah Carey. Alexa, play Mariah Carey. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Oh my gosh, she fucking turned on. Alexa, turn off. She really fucking turned on. I didn't even think I was talking that loud. Oh my god. Oh my god.